The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Elite Earners webinar. We are privileged to have Peter Chow, special guest speaker tonight. He's going to be talking to us about domain secrets and how you can get past the spam radar. We're so excited to hear what he has to say about that. For those of you who have not met Peter yet, he has earned over $81,000 with Mob, has done very well. And we're just really happy to have him back on again as a trainer. So without further ado, Peter, we'll go ahead and turn the time over to you. Oh, and before we get started, can everyone just type in if you can hear and see the screen? If you can hear me and see the screen, just go ahead and type yes. Okay. Yep, got lots of yeses coming in, so we're good. Go ahead, Peter. You're up.
Thank you so much. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are logging in from. My name is Peter. It's my privilege to be here once again, to be doing some training for you guys to help. If you learn a little bit, just one single tip that can help your business to go to the next level, that would be my goal. Okay, so thank you once again for coming here. Today I'm going to cover the topic of breaking through social media barriers and get past the spam radar. It's all about the little things that we need to learn to do in order not to be under the radar of social media channels or social media networks such as Facebook and Google, or even your autoresponder. We don't want them to take notice of us so that we can do whatever we need to do without being under the radar. Because the moment they have algorithms to look at what we are doing and to look at what we are posting. And the moment we start posting things that is against the rules, they would automatically put us under a list of people to watch out for. And if we continue to do that, then we will get suspended. So what we are trying to do is find a way to build a good foundation so that we will never be in that position ever again. One of the things that as a new consultant, when we first started the business, is that we are getting very excited about the business and we just want to share. And the first thing we do is normally just grab our raw affiliate link from Mob back office and started sharing on Facebook, even on email. But the problem is that raw affiliate link, as you will learn today, if you don't already know, is that it's something which is unacceptable almost worldwide by all social media networks. Okay, so remember, if you don't learn anything today, just take this note to remember that never, ever, ever use a raw affiliate link with any affiliate partners program that you're on. Okay, just remember that. So today we are just learning how to get past that, learning how to implement certain things in place so that you can begin to do things the right way moving forward. All right, so a little bit about myself, not too much. I started in March 2017. I think a lot of you may already know me by now because this is my fourth Elite Earners webinar training now. I've been around since March 2017. I'm brand new to affiliate marketing, and you can just read through my track record. I have been speaking at Supercharge Summits in Singapore, in Sydney, in Hong Kong, and things like that. So one of the things that I come back from all this Supercharge is learning about how a lot of new affiliates are not doing it right, and they are learning a little bit more intermediate strategies such as Facebook marketing strategies. So even before we go into any such traffic generation execution or strategies such as Facebook ads or solo ads or Bing ads or any of those traffic strategies, we just need to take a step back. Oh yeah, by the way, an extension of who I am. I've been quickly getting known to be the leading edge guy in terms of spearheading or pioneering the use of chatbots, the use of messenger bots on top of my Facebook ads. So I am the bot guy. Okay. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that even before you get into learning any traffic strategies, we have to get our fundamentals right. And the problem so far, the gap I'm seeing in the market is that there is a lack of fundamentals training to the point that people are not even getting proper educated in terms of what they need to do to make sure that they don't get they don't get suspended by social networks like Facebook ads. Okay, so we are going into really fundamentals now. So just a quick reminder, the sales funnels, okay? What happens is that we all start with a traffic channels. It can be Facebook ads, it can be solo ads, it can be warm market, it can be a Facebook post, it can be LinkedIn post, it can be anything. It's just a traffic channel. So from the traffic channel, what we are doing is that we are making an offer. An offer will direct people to a landing page, and usually we use ClickFunnels or lead pages. In the landing page, we are offering something of value in exchange for people's name and email address. And when they give us that name and email address, it automatically goes into our autoresponder at the bottom over here. Okay, and it is usually set up all the way to deliver a series of emails. The starts from welcome to reminders to other offers and things of value to the customers, to the leads. Okay. So that's what autoresponder is doing. It's email marketing. So landing pages is where we make an offer to the lead. An offer can be anything. It can be to register for a free I Am Freedom workshops. It can be to any of one of the flavors of the 21-step system, such as the rookie profit system. Oh, we don't have the rookie profit system anymore. Such as the Wi-Fi millionaire, such as the laptop lifestyle system or the borderless income system in one of those flavors. Okay, so it's just an offer. And let me just go back one step. And if you look at the right hand side, the whole thing over here is basically the mob ecosystem. All the events, all the products offers are all under mob. So it's a mob ecosystem. So it's a turnkey business system that has been in place, and we don't need to recreate any of those. We are just uh, building our own trinity of services, which is the traffic channels, the traffic generation, our landing page, and our autoresponder. Okay, this is very basic. So this trinity of services is our consultant system. This is the system that we need to build in order to be ready to flow the traffic through our own sales funnel into the Mob ecosystem. All right. So look at it like this way. This is our infrastructure that we need to build. Look at it this way. The Mob ecosystem is a vehicle. It can bring us from point A to point B, but we still need to build something in order for the vehicle to move. So the three things that we are building is basically, you look at it as we are building our own steering wheel, our dashboard, and our gearbox. So when we plug into the overall vehicle system, it becomes a full-fledged vehicle, full-fledged car that can bring us from point A to point B, from zero to hero, like that. So I'm just running very fast on the basic infrastructure. One of the first Elite Earners webinar that I've conducted was about connecting the dots. Okay, it goes deep into what you need to learn in order to understand the whole overview of what affiliate marketing is all about, so that you can so that you know which part you can leverage on. So there is a 1.5 hours training that is available in the Elite's mobaffiliatesupport.com under training. Look for Elite Earners at Elite Earners, and then look for connecting the dots. Is a training that I did. So go there and learn that in detail. All right. So now we are going into the meat of the presentation. is all about the secrets of custom domains. And what do I mean by custom domains? I'm going to go deeper into that. It's essential or social media marketing safety net. All right, this just basically means we are putting things in place so that you can do your business, so that you can conduct your affiliate marketing business safely without getting suspended. Okay, so if you remember what we mentioned about the trinity of services, the infrastructure that we need to build, the basic domain secrets, right? The custom domain thing actually falls behind these three things that we need to do. That we need to build. What that means is that before we even look into learning traffic channels, traffic generation, before we even look into learning to build your landing page or your capture page, before you even start learning about autoresponder and how to set things up or your email sequences, the first thing you need to do way before these three is the basic infrastructure of your domain. Okay, it's so important, your custom domain. So that falls behind everything else. It's so important. Now, what core systems we are going to talk about is this list over here. All right. There are many things that we need to do. If you can just look through the whole thing, these are all the things that we need to learn to do. But I'm only going to cover the first four, because the first four is the foundation. Okay, it's the foundation that I'm talking about. The rest, as you go along, about Facebook, about ClickFunnels, about autoresponder, Aweber, about the Zapier, is getting more and more advanced. But before we go into the intermediate and the advanced thing, we should look at the most basic thing that usually people don't cover in detail. And that's one of the reasons why new consultants struggle, because they don't know about this basic. So I'm going to cover domain names, email addresses, WordPress web hosting, ClickFunnels, and PrettyLink Lite plugins on WordPress. Okay, let's go into that. Facebook compliance, as you know, Facebook has terms and conditions with regards to what you can and cannot do in terms of when you do marketing on the platform, so that they can protect their user base. Now, it's a little bit funny that we are talking about them protecting the user base because of the current situation that is surfacing right now about the Cambridge Analytica saga, where Facebook has known about a problem where huge amount of data was being used by third party without doing anything, or without informing its user base at all for more than 2 years. That means they don't really respect the users as they claim to be. And it's a little bit funny that they put in so many terms and conditions to make it so difficult for marketers to do business. Okay, nevertheless, we just roll along with it and see how things will pan out with regards to the saga that's unfolding. The two things that we need to cover today is the use of a proper domain name and never use raw affiliate link. The second one is really, really simple to understand. Remember, I started off with this. Just don't use raw affiliate links. For those of you who doesn't know what raw affiliate links looks like, I will show you a little bit later in as we move forward. And the majority part of this presentation will be how to set up a proper domain name. All right. So raw affiliate links is what it looks like here. The turnkey business system, it looks like that. It's long, it's cryptic, is you will never be able to remember any of those. The Wi-Fi millionaire, we have its own. It's usually pretty much the same with the exception of 1920 is a code that represents turnkey, 1724, Wi-Fi millionaire, and things like that. Even from the back office, you can get the I Am Freedom workshop for any cities. For instance, this is Houston, and you will be able to get your raw affiliate links. Now, know that raw affiliate links is important. We need to use this so that people goes to a page that is linked to us as an affiliate. Otherwise, registrations will not get tagged to us and we will not get the commission. So it is important to use raw affiliate links. But unfortunately, you just cannot use raw affiliate links in any social media network. So we must find a way to go around the actual raw affiliate links. All right, so that's the secret. Just right now, just know that raw affiliate links look something like this. And once you recognize this, never use it in any social media network. Now, one of the easiest way is to use a link shortener. A link shortener is something like Bitly, Google, Tiny URL, and things like that. The most famous one is, of course, Bitly, Tiny URL, and Google. Okay, so let me just show you. Bitly looks like this. Let me just go to Bitly. Okay, when you go into Bitly, close this. When you go into Bitly, you will be able to see if you create your link. Okay, what happens is that when you click here, you put in your long affiliate links over here, and then it will, when you click on create button, it will create a short button over here. Like for instance, laptop lifestyle, right? It's this long. This is the raw affiliate link, and it will create a shortened link such as this that you can share with people, copy and share with people. Now, if you have a paid account, what you can do is you can actually, where is it? Pro tip. You can actually create, add a tag to it. You can actually change this over here instead of G2BXOI, you can change it to laptop lifestyle, for instance, if you have a paid account. So that gives it a little bit more branding use, a little bit more customization. That's even more powerful. But on its own, this is fine. Okay, just know that you can use this with a few caveats. Let me just show you Google first. Now Google it looks something like this. Okay, now one of the things that you must remember is don't use Google. I'm just showing you that Google has a service called URL shortener, and it's goo.gl. Don't use Google simply because Google is as strict as Facebook, because they have an advertising network. They have Google Ads, and because it's an ad network, they have certain rules very similar to Facebook, meaning they are not. They won't accept raw affiliate links. They won't accept business opportunities. They won't accept network marketing businesses and things like that. So that MOPS business falls within those that are not going to be approved by Google. What I have learned this the hard way. What happens is that when I talk about caveats, right? This link, this bit.ly shortened link, you can use it anywhere, almost anywhere that you want to share a link with. For instance, you can do Messenger, you can use direct email, you can use direct text on WhatsApp, you can use it as a shortened link to your funnel. Okay, including Facebook share, Facebook post. You can use that on there. The only place that you can't use is on your autoresponder, because autoresponder like Aweber will start tagging your email with a spam score. As long as you have a spam score, it's basically a warning to you not to use Bitly. Okay, basically we found out the hard way, and you don't want to have any spam score in your emails, okay, on autoresponder. So Bitly is now not usable in any autoresponder. And of course, Google you don't use, because Google initially when you create it, it works for the first I don't know how many hours, and once Google has a chance to look at it, it will automatically disable, so it will have a broken link. So never use Google. I don't use the rest, the tiny URL and all those stuff. Okay, so I normally just stick with Bitly, make it simple. You can use Bitly for now. All right, just don't use it on autoresponder. But the news right now circulating in the industry is that even Bitly is going to be a problem and may not be approved in the near future. Okay, just use it with caution and always track. All right. The next thing is proper domain name. What is a proper domain name? Proper domain names can be .com, can be .net, can be .org, can be anything. Right. This is the first level. This is the I believe it's called second level. So .sg means it's tied to a certain country. In Singapore, for instance. Right. It can be .au, which is for Australia. It can be .ca, which is for Canada. So all this is a sample of a proper domain name. Okay, you can buy this from a domain registrar, and you need to create your own branding. You need to create your own proper domain name. It can be your name, right? Like for instance, GaryVaynerchuk.com. It can be your organization, which means a company that you set up to run your business. For instance, delcom.com.sg or NASA.gov. Gov is basically government, so you don't use .gov. When you buy a domain, just buy .com. Forget about everything else. Okay, if it is specific to your country, you can buy whatever country that you use. But the thing is, you're running an international or global business, so you can just stick with .com. That will be a safe bet. Now, what is the difference between custom domain name and custom URL? Custom domain name, you know what it is already, as you can see it from here. You can even use your name, like for instance, stevejobs.com, grantcardone.com, and things like that. You can use your own name. Okay, this is own for self-branding. Now, domain name is important because you want to brand yourself or your business. Either one is fine. Custom URL. Let's look into custom URL. Custom URLs basically combines a custom domain name that you have registered, that is yours and yours alone, plus a slug. A slug is basically what goes on after the slash behind. Okay, so what happens is that you can create something like yourdomainname.com/Wi-Fi millionaire. So this is a clean custom URL for the Wi-Fi millionaire sales funnel. Okay, like mob.com/Serenity Island. It can be a web page that is on Serenity Island that is sitting in the overall mob.com website, for instance. So if you look at the privacy policy, this is also a clean URL or a custom URL that lives within your custom domain name with a custom slug, which is privacy policy. Okay, just to recognize this, and you know that this is a custom URL. URL is just basically the web address. This is a web address. Okay. Now, what do we need to do to set things up? First, we need to do custom domain name registration. We need to register your custom domain name. Then we need to go into shared hosting. Then we need to get into email setup. Okay, the importance of setting up an email. And I will teach you about WordPress installation and plugin installation in WordPress. Okay, so I'm going to get into that. But before that, please give me a minute. I'm just going to run away for a little bit. Just bear with me. I'll be right back. Okay, let's continue. The first thing we need to do is to buy a domain name. Okay, you can use any domain registrar. Okay, let me just look at. I think there may be some issue with the sound, right? Let me see. Okay, looks like the audio is breaking up every now and then. Oh, good now? Okay, good, cool. All right, let me get back into the proper. Okay, don't worry too much about if the sound is no good. Sometimes bandwidth problems happens. This is being recorded and will be put on the Elite Earners webinar website where the audio will be pristine. So if you miss this, just go back and watch this in the Elite Earners webinar and Mob affiliate support site, okay? So let's continue. The first thing to do is find your own domain name and purchase it from a registrar. Okay, you can use your own because by now you should have your favorite place to buy or register your domain name. A lot of people use GoDaddy. I don't like GoDaddy. To me, they have questionable business integrity. I personally use Namecheap, and I also used to use InMotion. So anything, it doesn't matter. Just purchase a domain name. Okay, I will go through this step by step in a little bit with live demonstration. The second thing is that you need to buy hosting. Okay, and they're non-expensive. The domain name is not expensive. The hosting is not expensive. We are buying a shared hosting. Now, the moment you have your shared hosting all purchased or paid for, you will get emails giving you instructions and giving you access information on getting into the cPanel, which is the control panel. Once you're logged in, you will need to go into the email section and create new emails. You need to create 3 emails. The first one is admin at your domain name. Okay. Now, let me get back to domain name. No, I'll cover domain name a little bit later. Again, you need 3 emails. One email is admin at your domain name. Admin is something that is you can create because a lot of times the system from your registrar automatically sends notification to a default account called admin. So by having that, you will not miss any of the notification that comes in automatically. Okay. The second one is your name. Like for instance, Peter at peterchow.com. Okay. You want to have your own name, email address, because when you communicate with your leads, with your clients, with your downline, you need to have your own domain email address. So having your name gives it a little bit more personal in your touch point. The third one is support. Now, support is useful because you want to allow people to request for help or get in touch with you for support purposes using the support email rather than using your personal email, which is your name. And also all the notification that comes in, if you were to set up, for instance, an autoresponder that automatically emails you when a new subscriber comes into the system, you will get notifications. Okay, so you want to separate notifications either in support or in admin, doesn't matter which one, you just need to select one, from the one with your name. So that you don't get overwhelmed with too many emails, you just separate them out. That's the purpose of having 2 or 3 different email addresses. Okay, you can set them up over here. The next thing to do is scroll down. You will see Software Keyless Apps Installer. This is where you install WordPress right over here. Okay, single click installation and just follow the instructions. The next thing to do once it is properly installed is you will get an email with the access information to your WordPress website. All right. Now note that WordPress website, once it is installed, right, your domain name.com will go to your new website, which is your new WordPress website. To get into the admin side of the admin section of your WordPress site, you have to add in /wp-admin. Okay, and you will see the logins page like this, and the information, the username, as well as the password will be given to you in an email the moment you completed this installation. Okay, so watch out for that email and you will be able to go in. And once you get in here, you will see the dashboard. This is the admin panel, the admin control panel of a WordPress site. Okay, this is slightly technical, but it's actually quite easy to use. All you need to do is once you log in, you will see this. Okay, the next thing to do is, let me just go back, just to give you an idea, right? And we have covered domain, we have covered shared hosting, we have covered email setup, we have covered WordPress installation. The last thing to do is you need to install 2 plugins. And the 2 plugins, you do it here. Okay, you go to plugins down here on the side panel, go to add new. Once you go to add new, you can do search on this side. There are 2 things you need to install. One is pretty links. Just put in pretty links and this one will show up. Look for this logo, click on install now. When it has finished installation, the button will change to activate. Click on activate, then this plugin will be activated and ready to use. Okay, pretty links is a plugin that helps us create beautiful custom URL using your domain name. Okay, know that this WordPress website is using your domain name already. So what we are doing is that we're using this plugin to create a custom URL using the same domain name as I have explained previously. The next thing to do, of course, is there's another plugin that you need to install as well, which is called the ClickFunnels. I didn't include it here. You go through the same process. Type in ClickFunnels, do the same process. One ClickFunnels is installed, then go to settings and connect that with your ClickFunnels account. Grab the API key from your ClickFunnels account and put it in the settings over here and it will connect. The reason that we need to do that is very simple. I think I will go into that later on. Okay, it basically connects to your let me see if I can show you that. ClickFunnels. It basically connects to your ClickFunnels account, and you can see all the funnels in your ClickFunnels accounts. And together with the pretty links, like in combination with this plugin, it will allow you to create beautiful custom URL of all the pages or all the steps in your ClickFunnels. Okay, let me just quickly show you. Okay, for instance, okay, you have a IMF workshop opt-in funnel. You have a thank you page. So what it does is that over here, my WordPress site will be able to see all the steps of each funnel in my ClickFunnels account. And that is why we are using WordPress, because this in combination with all the plugins makes it so powerful. Can you see ClickFunnels over here? This is already installed. Let me just show you plugins again. Installed plugins. I have ClickFunnels over here, and I have Pretty Links over here. Okay, so these two are important. So let's look at ClickFunnels pages. Oh, sorry, let me just go to settings, okay? So that you know where to do your integration. Authentication key, ClickFunnels. I should go to my account. Let me see where it is. Integration, it could be integration. Nope, not integration. It could be account details. Expand. Affiliate settings. Expand. There you go. Expand. WordPress API key. Just copy this. Come back to here and paste it in here. Put in the email address that you use for your ClickFunnels account. Okay, so it will connect. You save the settings, it will connect. The moment it connects, you will be able to see all the funnels and all the steps in your ClickFunnels. For instance, let's say if I add a new one, then I go into I choose the funnel that I want to create. Let me just go back here. You see, I'm looking for IMF workshops combined. I have two steps over here. IMF funnels combined. There we go. So once it's connected, I will be able to see two steps. Okay, opt-in and thank you. So it is exactly what I wanted to do. I need to, this is where I am creating a custom URL. Okay, now first opt-in. Then it will show the URL of this funnel, which is exactly as this over here. Now, what I normally do is I go into publishing, I clean this up because otherwise it will have some cryptic numbers at the back. But you don't have to do that because you're not using this, okay? It's just something that I do. So once you are here, what it does is that you will have automatically your custom domain ready. What you do is this, you see this custom slug I mentioned to you before? So what you do is you can do I am freedom / Houston, like that. So you have now, no, thank you. Houston. IMF Houston, yeah, I think we can do IMF Houston, make it easy, right? Right, IMF Houston, there you go. All right, this is the slug. This is what goes on after that. Can you see how beautiful and nice this is? And this is what Facebook ads wanted to see when they deal with your ads. Okay, don't use any cryptic raw affiliate links. And this is why we need to do what we need to do in order to create things like this. Okay, so when you save it, then you will have this URL ready to use. And all you need to do is just copy this, open up a new tab, paste it in here, and test it out. All right. Then once this is saved, you go to add new again. Don't change anything from the same page. Always use add new. Use back the same funnel. Select the thank you page, and you do the same thing. IMF Houston, thank you, like that. Okay, so you will have, then you have a custom URL using your custom domain. All right, save it, and you will have this ready. So do that. The next thing I need to show you is this, Pretty Links. If you need any ad hoc custom URL that is not attached to any of the ClickFunnels funnels or steps, this is where you come into to do. Okay, like for instance, let me just show you one. Let me create a Wi-Fi millionaire. Okay, laptop lifestyle. Let me find a Wi-Fi millionaire. URL is here, and I'm going to need to customize my affiliate ID. Remember to always customize your affiliate ID, otherwise it goes to Matt or goes to no one. Well, when it goes to no one, it goes to Matt or Mob. So coming back to Pretty Links, add Pretty Link. Okay, please watch this. This is where you use Pretty Link to create custom URL. Your target URL is where I want them to go. And Pretty Link slug, this is, I want to use Wi-Fi millionaire. Title is Wi-Fi millionaire. System. Okay, this can be anything. It's just a title at the top of your page. Okay, so create. And there we go. This is the custom URL. Let me copy that. Okay, this is my custom URL, and it's going to go to Wi-Fi millionaire. Test it. It's working. Okay, so this is how you create custom URL. And if you want to share any links, let me just put it somewhere first. Wi-Fi millionaire. Wi-Fi. Okay. So if you want to talk about and share your information about the Wi-Fi millionaire product, and you want to give people a link, this is the link that you need to give people. This is called a custom URL. URL. Okay. So that's it. This will replace your raw affiliate links. Okay. So so everything is done, and let me just quickly show you buy domain. Okay. Now, buying domain is very simple. Just go to any of your favorite domain registrar website. Just type in your name that you wanted to purchase. Like for instance, let's just find one, right? Wi-Fi lifestyle. .com. Let's search for it. You have two options. You can either use your name, or you can use your business name, or your aspirations name. Like for instance, laptop lifestyle. It can be a business name. It can be a destination name or your vision name that represents your business. It can also be your name. I suggest that if you can buy your name, so that you have one that is pretty much branding yourself, that you own your own domain name, and you should also buy a second one, which is a business name. Okay, I have both. I have more than both. So Wi-Fi lifestyle.com is probably not available. So it's coming up. It will tell you how much it is. It's still checking. Make an offer, that means it's not available. So let's find another way. EMPOWER, empowered lifestyle. Lifestyle. This one should be available. Okay, so it's empowered lifestyle is available at $10.98 per year. You can purchase that, put in your cart, purchase that. And you can also use your name, like for instance, John Smith. Okay, or work with John Smith. I don't like work with, so I don't use work with. Or you can just use your name. You will search. Okay, so basically, if you look at this, right, as a business, Facebook expects you to have a business name. Your personal name, as in johnsmith.com, is acceptable because you are basically starting to brand yourself as a leader, as a influencer. So that is acceptable. Name is acceptable, or your business name. Just make sure that your business name is not using keywords that is unacceptable by Google or Facebook. Like for instance, rat race, escape the rat race.com, I think that is, or getrichquick.com and things like that would not, most probably not be approved by Google or Facebook. Okay, we don't need to wait for this. So this is basically just to show you how you can do so. Create a name. Next is hosting, right? Select shared hosting. You only need shared hosting. You don't need anything else. You don't even need WordPress hosting, okay? You can select WordPress hosting. There's a slight difference. If you're using this, just use shared hosting, because within shared hosting, you can install WordPress. If you do WordPress hosting, let me just show you, right? This is $9.88, for instance, for 1 year. WordPress hosting is, I think it's slightly more. No, it's slightly less. $8.88 per year. But it's using a different system. I've tried this. This is not what I want. So I don't recommend buying Easy WP. Just go for the standard, which is shared hosting, because shared hosting comes with almost unlimited. I don't know, 50 or unlimited is quite a lot. 50 email addresses that you can create, which is more than enough. If I'm not wrong, the WordPress hosting is only for WordPress. It doesn't come with email, so you have to pay extra for emails. So anyway, get the most basic shared hosting, select it, put it in your cart. It's more than enough. So then you want to get a free website domain. So this is where you can also start with hosting first, and when you reach here, you can get a free domain. Okay, or if you already purchased a domain, then use the domain I own with Namecheap. So it's the same thing. It will basically just link your hosting with your domain. Okay. So that's it. Once everything is done, like I mentioned before, you will get all the necessary emails for you to access your control panels. And control panels is where you manage your hosting. Okay, and this is where you come into to create email accounts. Okay, this is how you create email accounts. Now, how to go about doing all this? You can always have access to support, their support. Okay, usually support by a hosting company are really good, so you don't have to worry about not getting support. They will help you with whatever you need to do, setting up your email accounts. Once your email accounts has been created using your domain name, right? Go down to this section, click on WordPress, and this is where you install WordPress. Okay, leave the default theme as it is. Don't touch it. One of the things that is important to know is that once this is all created, your site is going to look like this. Okay, my blog. Like for instance, let me see if I can show you. If we use a default, I don't know whether I've selected a different one. If we use a default theme, and you can just leave it. No, I have already used a different one. Okay, so just do install now. It will do all the necessary stuff for you to install this WordPress site. Now, one of the things to remember is this: when you create your WordPress site, it is going to be a website that you can build upon. You don't do it now because you don't need it right now, but it will always be available to you. That you can easily turn it into a blog in the future, because you should know all influencers in the social network space, almost all of them have a blog, because blog is a space where you can uh, write articles that shows that you are a thought leader. That will put you as an industry leader or an influencer. Okay, so a blog is something that you should look into in the future if you don't already have. If you already have a blog, just migrate all your blog posts into this blog, and then you are good to go. All right, so I think I've covered almost everything I need to cover. Let me just go back to here. Okay, the next thing I want to touch on is I have just recently, a couple of days ago, came across this site wrap software. It's a plugin. And what it does is very interesting, because it does this. Okay, so what I mean by this is this: whenever we use Pretty Link to do whatever we need to do to create a custom URL, we are still basically driving traffic away from our website. We are still driving traffic to Mob, we are still driving traffic to ClickFunnels, we're still driving traffic to an external party where the offer is. Okay, we are not maintaining that traffic under our domain name. And one of the powerful things that if we can do that under our own domain name, Google will see us as we are controlling that traffic within, just like Facebook wants to maintain all the traffic, all the activity within Facebook, and they don't really like it if you start putting a link that drives people away from Facebook and into another platform like YouTube. Okay, so what Google likes is that it actually improves the SEO. What Google and what you want to do for branding purposes is to control and maintain all the sites that you want to point to within your own domain name. And the way to do that is using this little plugin over here. Okay, it is using something that is called an iframe, and it will put whatever site that we want to promote within a frame with a panel on top with your own logo. Okay, and the button that when people clicks on this, it basically goes back to your to your web page. Okay, so all this happens in your domain, within your domain. So it's basically it's very much like you own all the offers that you're promoting. Everything happens within your domain, and that is a powerful strategy when it comes to branding, as well as traffic, as well as SEO. Okay, and to do that is you basically control that, very similar to any of the plugins in WordPress. Once you install it, select this, and then you can control it over here. Okay, so that's one of the things that I'm still testing, and I've just found came across this a couple of days ago, so I'm just still testing this, but it's very interesting. Okay, so and let's get back to what you need to do, this basic strategy. Okay, you need to plan and you need to create custom URL. So one of the first thing you need to do is if you go back to here, Wi-Fi millionaire, you go back to here, marketing tools, 21 steps, you need to know which one you're promoting. Okay, which of the 21 steps you're promoting, or which of the campaigns or offers that you want to promote. All right, it can be Mob Advantage. Okay, grab your links over here, put in your consultant ID, grab your links over there, create your custom URL, and you just need to put in a document so that you can have access to them all the time, just like what I'm doing here. Okay, and I've actually done it in another document that I do a lot. Okay, here. Okay, so basically you need to plan, and then you need to create, and you need to get it ready so that you can have access to it anytime you want to. Okay, plan and create your custom URL that you're going to promote. Then start promoting away. You can do it on your Facebook ads. Now, Facebook ads you will be able to use when people say book now. You will go to your custom URL, which is acceptable by Facebook. And when you do a capture page, you can also go to a custom URL. When you do your email marketing, the links that you put in there will be autoresponder friendly, which will not be spammy when you use a custom URL. Okay, and that includes your Facebook post as well. So you can just start promoting away. Okay, so that is the end of the training. Let's look into whether you guys have any questions. Can you use your name, Mariels? I can't pronounce. Morales. Yes, you can use your name. I'm guessing that you're asking about domain name registration. Yes, you can use your name. Can we do integration with mob sites? Check. Well, mob sites I don't use. Okay, I suggest you just leave mob sites alone. Let me just move this away. Okay, I suggest you leave mob sites alone. Don't use mob sites, because for the simple reason that mob sites is not as easy to use as ClickFunnels, and it's not as powerful as ClickFunnels. And most of the people out there who are making tons of money are using ClickFunnels, including when your coach shares with you their template funnels or shared funnels, they're all on ClickFunnels. So yes, if you're using mob sites and you have the URL ready, you can always use that URL and create a custom URL using your domain name for your promotional use. Can we use an email from GoDaddy in Namecheap? Well, Namecheap and GoDaddy are two different vendors or suppliers or companies. We call them SaaS, Software as a Service Company. They're all similar and they're different. So whatever you have set up on GoDaddy, you can continue to use on GoDaddy. You don't need to worry about Namecheap or InMotion or any other service provider. Don't worry, just continue to use GoDaddy, because GoDaddy also offers hosting with free WordPress installation, I believe. Just check with GoDaddy. Or you can just migrate everything to another company called Namecheap or any other vendors. Where is this will be viewed again? Okay, Leslie, this will be available. Karen will have to do some magic. And once the video is ready, the replay video is ready, it will be uploaded in the Mob affiliate.
Yeah, mobaffiliatesupport.com under elite earners.
There we go.
You're right.
This is a link here. All right. So let me see what else you have. I want to use Mob Marketplace system. Anything to know about that? No, this is not about Mob Marketplace. Mob Marketplace is not for you to promote. It's for your own consumption, I believe. But Mob Marketplace is out of the topic, out of coverage of this training, so I won't cover that. Can you use a company name if it is long? One of the basic principle of creating a domain name is it should be sweet, short, memorable. Never use a long domain name because it's hard for people to type. It's also hard for people to remember. Okay, sweet, short, memorable. Do you have a name and admin as a partner for every domain you own? Yes, I do. John Barber. Do I have a name? Basically, my name, admin, and support email for every domain I own? I do. Does PrettyLink do the same thing as email forward masking? Yes, it's pretty much that. Email forward masking. I have GoDaddy as domain company, and they will also be hosting. One second, I can read the whole thing. There's a question. I have GoDaddy as a domain company, and they will also be hosting. I find GoDaddy website page setup limiting. Better platform available for that. Yeah, I've just shown you, right? I'm using Namecheap. I find it a lot better than GoDaddy. Like I mentioned before, I don't like GoDaddy. They used to have questionable business practices that I don't agree with. They're very sexist. I used to have a domain name Lping. What was Lping? Long time ago, I guess. You think it's still usable? Of course, it is still usable as long as you still own it. You just need to upgrade the hosting, install WordPress, create the necessary emails, and then you can start using. Do I have to pay for PrettyLink? No, PrettyLink is free. SiteGrab is a paid software, but you can get 14 days free trial. I'm speeding clickit.com. I don't know what that is. It's best to use Facebook for any ads. It is best to use Facebook for any ads. Morales, I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe you can phrase it differently. As per your webinar, it's not needed to put add domain name directly in ClickFunnels settings and domain separate. As per your, it is not needed to put or add domain name directly in ClickFunnels. Okay, ClickFunnels. Let me just show you. Go to ClickFunnels before I answer the rest of the questions. Here. ClickFunnels. Okay, this is what you need to do. Okay, this is the subdomain under ClickFunnels. The first thing you do is this should also be congruent as your domain name that you are going to use. It can be your name, it can be your business name. So put it over here so that first thing you do under account details, so that every funnels that you create, for instance, every funnels that you create will start with these, okay, because we have already configured this over here. All right, so everything will always start with this because you have set it up over there. So one of the things that I don't, the thing to remember also is this: you can actually go to publishing, and every step you can is the same. This path is slug. It's the same. You can just customize this accordingly for every step. Okay, I like to do that because I like to keep my path or my slug clean. Let me just get out and show you. Once you've done this, it will show up over here. Okay, I like to keep it clean and nice. You can also use it as it is on Facebook ads. Okay, right now Facebook allows this, including if you're using lead pages, it's the same. Okay, there was one period when I heard that Facebook is clamping down on the use of clickfunnels.com domain for the ads, but I actually haven't seen that happening. But I don't like to use ClickFunnels or lead pages because it shows that it doesn't belong to me. I would rather prefer to use my own domain name. And one of the danger is that if you have $1 million funnel that is working for you, is making you money, the thing how it works is that ClickFunnels has maybe, I don't know, 50,000 subscribers who are maybe churning out like 500,000 funnels, and maybe most of them are on Facebook ads. You just imagine one day one guy who has gone crazy and do something silly, and Facebook has then decide to basically suspend the domain clickfunnels.com. All it means is that everyone who's using this clickfunnels.com domain will get suspended together, meaning your income stream will stop. Okay, so you cannot do that anymore. You cannot run your business anymore. So I would prefer to use my own domain name so that I'm not subjected to that risk. All right, so let me just get back to the questions. What are your thoughts on HostGator? HostGator is fine. I've heard of HostGator, but I don't have any experience with HostGator, so I can't comment more, except that they're fine. Most of the hosting provider are fine, by the way. You will have your own provider that you like. Do you use hosting and domain registrar with the same company? Yes, I try to use the same. So if I have, I usually use another company called Hoover. Let me show you. I normally maintain this hoover.com. I like this site very much for managing my domain. Okay, I used to have a lot of domains, and then when I sign in here, I can manage, I can buy, I can renew, I can manage all my domains here. Okay, I don't have a lot already, so this gives you an idea. But right now, I'm basically, whenever I have a new site, I will migrate the domain over to Namecheap so that everything maintains within a same vendor, easier for me to manage. Okay, it's a good idea to do that. How would I find out your domain name is still available, usable? Very simple, right? I've already covered this earlier on. Here, you just go to domain name search, put in here. Okay, now the first thing is create a new tab, key in your domain name over here. All right, domainname.com, and then see whether it opens up to your domain, to your web page. If it is, then it's working. If it's not, it's not working. Then Namecheap, search. If it's still available, you can buy. If it's no longer available, well, you can choose to offer a big amount of money to buy over from someone who owns it, or you can just find a new domain to register. Can I transfer my domain name to from GoDaddy? Yes, you can certainly do that. Just get in touch with the support there, and they will help you. Does Namecheap have lead pages like Does Namecheap have lead pages like this? ClickFunnels? I don't understand that. Have lead pages like this. Namecheap doesn't have ClickFunnels. What? I don't understand that, Liz Monen. Okay, so I think I've covered all the questions. If I missed you, can you please type in your questions again? so that I make sure that I cover all your questions, because this is a very important precursor to you moving forward with your business. Never ever. Missing half of many sentences, just so you know, Cat. Okay. And it's, hang on one second. How do I put disclaimer at the bottom of my ads? You don't put disclaimer at the bottom of your ads. Okay, let me show you. You put disclaimer at the bottom of your funnels. Okay, here we go. It's coming up. Can you see the disclaimer? Privacy policy. Let me make smaller. Privacy policy, terms and conditions, right? Let me show you another one. 7-figure. Can you see here? Privacy policy, terms and conditions, income disclosure. Okay, so this is especially important if you are doing IMF funnels. You need to also create a privacy policy page, terms and conditions page, income disclosure page, using custom URL, okay, which I have shown you. So you can use your domain / terms and conditions, your domain.com / privacy policy, like that. So when that is ready, just link it down here. Okay, these are the necessary footer pages that you need to have. One of the conditions that Facebook looks out for. Okay, can you see here? This is my custom URL using my domain. Okay, you can grab the content from Mob. Lead pages is like ClickFunnels. Yes, lead pages is exactly like it. Not exactly, but they're in the same category. They are a landing page builder software. Do you suggest to use MailChimp also, or only Aweber? Well, it's a personal preference, Ilium. It's a personal preference. I started training on Aweber because my mentor taught me on Aweber. It's easy to learn on Aweber, also easy to set up. But I don't like Aweber that much, because after using it for a year, I really don't like Aweber because I find it so hard to do tagging, to do grouping, to do segmenting. Okay, I am basically in the process of migrating into MailChimp. I prefer MailChimp. It's just personal domain. But MailChimp, there's a caveat in the sense that MailChimp are not friendly to business opportunity. I have no problem using MailChimp simply because I don't do the same thing as everyone else do in terms of email marketing. I don't sell business opportunities. Okay, I do things differently. I don't do sales. I just offer value to my subscribers. So I have no issue with MailChimp. You say you should have 3 domains. I'm trying to understand this John Black, me at johnblack.com, john@johnblack.com, solutions at johnblack.com. No, this is not called 3 domains. 3 domains means a.com, b.com, c.com. That's 3 domains. What you just put in there, Rick Jennings, it's 3 emails. Okay, let me show you again.
I think that's what they're wanting to know is, what do you mean by, so you said to do 3 different emails.
Yes.
Which one is the one for me? What does that, but I think that's just the one that you're talking about with your own name, right?
Your own name, yes. Did I put me? Let me just find it. Name, not me. Your name. Okay. Lead Pages is a plugin as well, like ClickFunnels for the opt-in. Yes, there is a plugin for WordPress for Lead Pages too. I used to use Lead Pages, but now I'm pretty much focused on ClickFunnels. This disclaimer T&C privacy policy auto-installed with ClickFunnels setup. Nope, it is not auto-installed. Nothing is auto-installed. It depends on whether the shared funnels that is given to you by your coach comes with these three pages or 3 steps or not: privacy policy, income disclosure, and terms and conditions. If not, you can always try to ask from your coach. If not, you can always go to secret. You can always go to here. There we go. Dublin. Scroll to the bottom. Can you see terms and conditions, income disclosure, privacy policy? So there you go. You can find your content here. Then you can start building your own privacy policy page. Okay, so that's another topic. Your skill set that you need to acquire in order to build your own, in order to use ClickFunnels sufficiently well. I missed the first part. Do you have recording? Yes, there will be a recording in the Elite Earners webinar page. What are the trigger words that you stay away from your Facebook ads? Go to Facebook, do a search on terms and conditions or Facebook ads guidelines or Facebook ads policy, and then you will be able to find your answers there. Get rich quick, escape the rat race, how I can help you earn $1 million within 3 months without working, and then things like that. Okay, so if you are not sure, then don't use. If you are sure it's okay, then use. And all you need to do is just keep a lookout on the ads that you're seeing out there that Facebook is showing you. It means that the way that people are phrasing certain things are acceptable. And you can also do something similar. Okay, so everybody good? Have I answered all your questions? I just started. This is Rick Jennings. I just started and built a funnel with Aweber. Should I stop and go to WordPress instead? Well, WordPress is different from Aweber. Okay, I think you got that mixed up. WordPress is a website that I'm using to integrate with 2 plugins so that I can create custom URL. Aweber is an autoresponder that you set up so that it automatically pushes out emails, follow-up emails to your leads or to your customers. So they are different. So you cannot compare these two. It's orange and apple. Stick with Aweber. Start with WordPress. They function differently. Okay, if no questions, let me just hand back to Karen. And I'm thankful that you guys are here, and I hope that I'm able to answer most of the questions so that you can move forward with your promotion, with your business, and start making money. Okay, and the most important thing is never ever get suspended by Facebook again. That's the most important thing.
Well, thank you so much, Peter, for coming and being a part of tonight's Elite Earners webinar. Thank you, everyone out there, for taking time out of your busy schedules to meet with us. Remember, our Elite Earners webinars are every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, New York time, and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, New York time. So check it out. You can get to the registration links by going to, let's see, you'll have to log in first to your MOB office, moboffice.com. And then just go to the daily training calls calendar and you'll be able to see all the links there to register. So register ahead. The links are already there. So go ahead and click all of them so that you'll get reminders and you'll never forget, you'll never miss one. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night and can't wait to see you next time. Thanks so much, Peter. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.